One of our good friends, Horgs, used to live with him. He has an Excel spreadsheet on his computer where he works as a kids' book salesman that just has ideas.
Yep.
.xls. And
It should say millionaire ingredients.
Yep.
.xls.
Absolutely.
Because you could take that spreadsheet to the bank and get a loan on it. You could use that as collateral. That's an asset. He has so many brilliant ideas, none of which yet have become successfully commercially available.
But I think that's to do with his commitment, not the ideas.
A lot of the time you will find that even if an idea is sound, his gut will go cold.
Haim, in exchange for getting to peek into this Excel file, we agree that we will read them out or give him the chance to pitch them on this show, but as long as people are ready to invest on 131060.
Yes, and look, I think it's only fair as potential investors of this
They
product.
can ask a few questions.
You can ask a few questions, figure out what you're getting your nest egg into.
He joins us now. Horgs, are you there? Oh,
yes.
The whistle.
So far, the only trademarkable invention, the whistle.
People run, Horgs, for their checkbooks when they hear that. I'm sure of it. It's like a sonic trigger.
It's the same noise as a cash register opening to a lot of people. It's the noise that just means money. How are you, mate?
No, not bad. Yourself?
Yeah, we're good.
Very good. And thank you again for the pizza night, Monday night. Mate,
no
we're
problem.
just discussing that not a lot of pizzas were made by yourself, but a lot were made in the house, and it was your house, so that kind of counts as you having a pizza night.
Well, I invited you over for pizza night. I didn't say I was going to make the pizzas.
Horgs, question for me. Did your fiancé at all have a word with you after we all left? Like, come on, you should put in a bit more, or has it just come to going out with you? That's pretty much the level of input.
She's pretty much used to it now.
Okay.
Well,
very
Horgs,
good.
Australia is waiting with bated breath. What have we got this week for the invention?
Well, what I have realised over the last few years is that, nuts, like peanuts and so on.
Yeah.
I know nuts.
Yeah.
When you eat them and they get digest, or they're meant to be digest, they don't get digest at all.
Yeah.
They just go straight into the intestines or whatever, and into the number 2.
Yeah.
So obviously this has got, already I can smell medical backing on this by the use of the phrase intestines or whatever.
Okay, yeah. So they
Have
don't
you
get...
noticed that they do end up in the 2s?
Yeah.
They're what's known as a tracer food. Corn is another one.
Corn,
Yep.
They'll end up, and what's the significance of the fact that nuts don't properly get digested?
So what I've realised is that, see, you look on the calorie count on a packet of nuts, might be, say, 150 calories.
Yeah.
It's not. You're only eating about 25.
You're only eating the outer layer of calories.
Exactly. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Right? So nuts are a lot better than what you think they are.
Yes, okay.
Right?
Yep.
They're a lot better. So what I thought I'd do, the invention is Choc Nut. Right? I'm gonna put chocolate all the way through the nuts. The nuts is going to taste superb because everyone loves chocolate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And 125 calories, incorrect, about 10, 15.
Oh,
Hang on, Hawks. I mean, so many questions.
so many questions.
First of all, you know that choc nuts have been invented. I mean, scorched almonds, Cadbury is all over this.
No. See what they do there? They put the chocolate around the nut. The chocolate all that chocolate goes straight to the fat cells, straight to the hips. Right?
Yeah.
Where I'm putting the chocolate all the way through the nut.
Where? Where are these cavities that you can fill up with chocolate?
Well, it's just like injecting something into,
With what? A nut needle?
Yeah. So
look, it's just going to be laced with chocolate.
But how? How do you get chocolate inside
So-
the nut in
so
several layers? You have to take apart the nut and rebuild it.
Well, we'll do whatever we can. We'll do whatever we have to.
you can't say
what it
we when
takes.
you don't have a team.
It would take about an hour to do a nut. We'll do what it takes.
People are calling in 131060. We've got a couple of questions. We'll get to Tim first. 131060. Tim, as a possible investor, what's your suggestion?
Horgs, great idea. But what I think we need to do is bring the cocoa plant and the nut plant together and cross-pollination, cross-fertilise, and then I think we're on to a winner.
So you think it's possible to make a crossbreed two plants to get a cocoa nut tree?
Well, that's the plan. Yeah, that's
Tim,
the idea.
Do you have any scientific backing in this?
Probably as much as Horgs has.
Because it does remind me a lot of one of Horgs' other inventions, which is just keep sheep in a paddock where all they eat is mint, and then you'll have pre-minted lambs.
Brilliant.
Brilliant,
And that's
Tim.
no different to pork and apple sauce.
Just feed pork apples. Just feed cows tomatoes, so when you make pies out of them, it's pre-sauced.
Tim, up front, how much money would you be prepared to put on the table?
Well, I think it's becoming my idea. So
$50?
geez, yeah, I'm thinking, 50 cents. Yeah.
What about $50, Tim?
Tim-
If you had a 20% share in it, if it gets off the ground, would you put $50 in now?
Definitely.
Hawks, would you take that?
Yeah, I'll take the 50.
God, this is high-powered business at its best. I bet this is exactly how Richard Branson does it.
Tim would want to see results, because what that sounded was like, I'll have 50.
You got two guys that know nothing about science, one of whom's now got $50 off the other one.
Zach on 131060. Zach, tell us, mate, what would your suggestion be?
Well, I was thinking, instead of using peanuts, you could use walnuts, because you could put the chocolate through it much better with a walnut.
Yeah.
Hawks, what do you think about that?
There's more cavities in a walnut, Hawks.
Yeah, so that's getting somewhere.
Okay.
See what happened? See, Snickers, I think Snickers might have thought of the idea, but they didn't put the chocolate in the nut, so they put the chocolate around the nut.
Yeah, no, Hogs. People have been combining nuts and chocolate for a very long time.
You are not the first.
You are not the first, and people are doing it for flavour reasons, not to protect the chocolate from your digestive tract.
That's where they're going wrong.
Okay, Lisa.
I think Lisa has an issue with your invention, Hogs, and I wonder if it's the glaring one that no doubt everyone's thinking.
Lisa, what's your problem with it?
Okay, well, I think it would be great if it was true that they went all the way through your body without being digested.
Yeah.
But are people just going to have to swallow every single peanut whole? Because as soon as they bite into the peanut, the chocolate's going to come out, and then you're faced with all those calories.
She's got it. Hogs?
No, I thought about this.
Sorry, Hog.
No, don't say sorry. Say sorry after this, right?
Yeah, let's hear it.
See, what I don't understand, I chew as much as you, right? But for some reason, I've got full nuts coming out.
What, they're putting themselves back together?
Well, maybe it's just you.
I do agree that they do get smaller and so on.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of chocolate inside the nut that you're not getting to.
But Hogs, the point is, the whole point of eating chocolate is to taste it. If you're hiding it inside the nut and not letting it out, you won't taste it. So what's the point of eating it?
Because it's all in the mind. I'm eating so much chocolate here.
Why don't you just wrap chocolate in Glad Wrap and swallow it?
Not a bad one.
Not a bad one? Oh,
no, it is a bad one.
That's
not a good idea for an invention.
We'll chat to you next week, Hawks.
Hamish and Andy.